Now to the legal landscape. Our legal analyst attorney Dan Adams joins us every Monday breaking down the biggest cases happening across Wisconsin and the country. Good morning, Dan. The Menendez brothers murder case is getting a lot of attention lately due to some new shows, some new documentaries. Now it's also getting a fresh look from the LA District Attorney's Office. Can you explain why they're looking back into this?
Sure. Good morning. Yeah, the Menendez trial. Trials. There were two trials back in the 1990s about the 1989 double murder of the Menendez brothers' parents. This is getting a new look because of that Netflix, because of Kim Kardashian, because of Rosie O'Donnell bringing this controversy back to the fore. But there has been new evidence discovered in the last several months. One was a letter sent by one of the brothers to one of their cousins talking about the sexual abuse that he suffered. Second, there was a member of the boy band Menudo who has now come forward and said that the father of the Menendezes actually abused him as well. Both of these things corroborate what the brothers were saying in their 1990s trial, which was that they killed their parents because they were ready to go forward talking about the abuse that they suffered. And they had some reason to believe that their parents were going to kill them first. So it corroborates their defense. All of this is coming to the fore now, and the district attorney in LA County has decided to reopen the books and look at whether the trial was done appropriately, whether there needs to be a new trial, or really to cut that off and go forward and release these two brothers from prison. So it's going to be interesting to see what the review of that evidence does and whether or not these two individuals are freed.
Yeah, a lot to come out from that. Plus, on Wednesday, the United States Supreme Court will hear arguments to decide if Oklahoma must execute Richard Glossip, who was convicted of a 1997 homicide. This is unusual for a number of reasons. Why don't you break down what's going on with this case, too?
Sure. Well, this is actually kind of a variation on the theme of finding new evidence. This is a case which is totally bonkers, actually, if I can say that. This is a case that's going before the Supreme Court where both the defense, which we can expect to try to get relief from the Supreme Court, as well as the state of Oklahoma are both saying, wait a minute, stop this execution. The individual, Mr. Glossip, has gone through his state of Oklahoma processes. He's run out of options there. He's set to be executed. But because there's been new evidence, and this was a case based completely on a cooperator's testimony, because there's been new evidence about that cooperator's mental health and reason to fabricate his story, they've both said, both the state of Oklahoma and the defense have said, hold up, let's wait, let's have time to review this evidence. And again, it could be bending towards this individual getting some relief, even a new trial, or again, being released from prison.
Dan, thanks so much for joining us, breaking down both of those cases. We'll see you next Monday for more of the legal landscape.